Okay, thank you very much. Welcome in this chamber of mine, whereby I'm farming coffee. And with me here, I'm introducing my family. I'm Solomon Igera. This is my wife, Grace Mobi. My son, Charles Karenga, who is the chairman of Kiawamururu Coffee Factory, whereby we take coffee for more processing. My son, Silas Gaho, here with me. I have brought my family up in the style of coffee farming, so they are skilled. Since they were young, they are skilled in coffee farming. So that is why always when we are picking coffee, we come together and do the job together, because they are familiar with the grade, the best berries that should be picked to be taken to the factory. The berries that are ready for processing, those that are ripe, well ripe, so that they may produce a better grade in our factory. So thank you very much for this time. Now this place, this chamber of mine is in Nyeri County, in Kenya, near the slopes, about 30 kilometers from Mount Kenya area, and we are about 10,000 feet above sea level. So the climate is moderate. It favors mostly the coffee we produce in this area. So thank you very much. Silas Gaho, the son to Mr. Solomon Gela. I am the third generation for having this coffee. We usually pick the SL28, which we inherited from the grandparent. When we were young, we used to help the grandparent. Then we came to the father. After this, now the father is handing over to us as the third generation. And we are aiming to produce more quality of the SL28 and the rest, because we have been able to know about it when we were young, we grew with it. Then we have the potential of farming through the organic materials that we have, because we have the know-how that we inherited from those generations that have passed. Now we are going to be able to pick the most quality and do the best, because we have the potential. Whenever you have the best quality and the best quantity of the coffee that is required. So on that, I'm going to hand over to my brother so that he can have a word.
I'm Charles Karenga, a coffee farmer in Kiawamururu Coffee Factory. I'm currently the chairman of the wet mill. Today we are at my father's farm, Solomon, where we came visiting as they are picking coffee. I'm glad visiting him. He's one of the farmers that we have in Kiawamururu, where we have a total number of 900 farmers picking coffee. And mostly our coffee variety is SL28, and some has SL34. It's the indigenous type of coffee. It produces a very good cup when taken to the market. And our farmers, we are just changing the style of farming, because we have hired an agronomist for them who teaches them how to do the farming. Now we are diversifying by teaching them how to do coffee farming without using the number or the usual agrochemicals. We are doing organic, where they can be able to control weeds by washing. Can be able to control insects by using the chameleons and the ladybirds and the organic foliars. They are doing quite well, and really it has changed the farming style, because it is even economical using the organic products than the usual chemicals that used to do. After here, we are going to the factory, the wet mill, where we will learn more how the coffee is processed, and at the final wash. We are encouraging them to use washing to control weeds. We are encouraging to use the natural methods to control pests and the others. So we have hired an agronomist for the same, and they are doing quite well. Today we were able to visit one of our farmers, Mr. Solomon, who happens also to be my father. He's one of the 900 farmers that we have in our wet mill. And we are proud he's doing okay in his farm. He is able to produce even more than 10 kilos per tree as we are talking, and he is expecting even more from the trees.
Now, the coffee we produce here is L28. SL28 is the best quality of coffee seedlings because straight away they produce the best quality of coffee. And the coffee trees I have here, I inherited from my father. So also I'm in the second generation. So now my children or my sons or my children now are in the third generation. So they are still to inherit the coffee trees they have, which are about 45 trees, 45 years old since they were planted in this farm. So thank you very much, and I hope in the future we shall even have more coffee, especially in quality-wise coffee, so that even the marketers, those who come from far, those who use our coffee, those who drink our coffee in the cold countries of the overseas may like to buy our coffee from Kiawamururu Coffee Factory, because we are taking our coffee to Kiawamururu Coffee Factory, whereby, as I have said earlier, my son Charles Karega is the chairman, and he is leading us very well. So in the farm we do the much we can to produce good berries, coffee berries, and in the factory he is doing his best so that the coffee in the factory can be in a very good grade. We have just arrived from the farm, the coffee farm. Now we are in the factory, in the Kiawamururu Coffee Factory, so that we have brought the produce from the farm. And as I speak, there could be more people in this area, in this facility, because the ground is wide. There could be so many people who have come to bring coffee. But as a result of lack of motivation, that is why people don't do better farming or farm more. But if we are motivated financially, and in our factory, if we are provided by some facilities that we lack, so that we can produce better yields in this industry or in this sector, there could be very lucky. So what we would beg even the coffee consumers abroad is to help us in any way they may need or more they may be able to do, so that we can produce more coffee and better coffee and with better quality. So as a result, we are putting more effort, because especially this year, the weather has favored us very much, because rain has been very short. There has not been much rain, and the weather has been very good on the side of coffee. So as I speak, this year we have produced almost 300%, 3 times as much as we had last year in 2020. This is 2021, and we have produced more. And we expect to produce even more next year in 2022, God willing.
As I had said in the morning, we are coming here for taking the harvest in the factory. So when we come to the factory, we just pick the light one, and the second one, which we say, look at the color, the black one, we say the second one. For the red, pure red, we say the first plate of the coffee. Now, you can see the factory people have just came to give their product. And as you can see, most of the people here are the elderly, because the young ones have not been motivated so good for them to go and invest in the farming of the coffee. But as if we can be well paid, most of the young generation could have came and invest much on this product. So what we have been lacking is the motivation, as the price of the coffee is low as from our side. So what we may expect is better payment for us to have a higher production, because her production will be activated or motivated from the what people can be earning. Because most of the young generation here have moved to towns in seek of jobs because they see as if here they can't earn a living from the product. So on my side, I can just recommend that if the price of the coffee will be uplifted a bit higher, people will be more motivated, and you could have seen that the cloud just here on my back would be full of people bringing their product into the society, into the factory. So on that is what I can say about it. Thank you.
I'll start by introducing myself. As you have heard, my name is Teresia Watetugadi, the agronomist at Kiawamururu factory. I think now it's about 1 year since I joined this factory, because I joined last year, 1st of December. And I can say, yeah, I have observed an improvement since we started training farmers about coffee. Okay, when I'm training farmers about coffee, mostly my area on the farms, I focus on my area. It focuses on the grades of the coffee, and the class is made here at the factory. So that we improve the grade of the coffee, mostly we focus on the 4 pillars. I call them the 4 pillars in the coffee establishment, pruning, we have the feeding, and the pests and diseases, how to control the pests and diseases. Mostly I say, on the part of the establishment, it is very important, because the foundation of everything is very important. So we teach our farmers on how to plant coffee, how to establish the coffee plant. Then after that, we enter into pruning. What we mostly call pruning is a major part in coffee, in coffee farming, because we say the percentage of coffee you will harvest in a coffee tree, 70% will determine how you prune that tree. So we focus mostly on pruning, and it will also affect the grade, whether we get the AS or the ABs, because those are the grades that we want most from our farmers. Then there is the feeding, the nutrition part. Also it is important, because when you feed your coffee well, and when you are able to give it all the nutrients it requires, it will be able even to withstand the pests and diseases. Then the last part mostly which we focus on is how to control the pests and diseases so that it will not affect our grade. What I can say, since I joined this factory, I have seen improvement. For instance, last year the coffee that we harvested, it was about 120,000 there. For this time, we have gone much far, because I think we are almost going 400,000, the coffee that we have so far we have harvested. So I can say there is an improvement. And also as I'm checking there, the way how far I was checking, I can say there is an improvement on the beans. The size of the beans, the way, for instance, when I came, I could hear the farmers complain. They say the way we used to farm coffee for the past few years, not the past few years, a distance past, the coffee used to be good. They never needed to do all these things that we are telling them due to weather changes, climate change, and the soil has also the soil has changed. But so they used to complain how coffee has become hard to maintain coffee, to bring it to harvest stage. But I have seen an improvement, because even if you check the bean, even when it is there, we can see that the bean quality has improved. Even when our coffee has been taken to the pulping stage, we can see the grade A's and the B's have increased. So I can say the training, and I can say the farmers have started to adopt the trainings and to adopt the changes, because we can't farm the way we used to farm those past years. We can't farm the way we used to do it for those past years. The weather has changed. We have cultivated the soil so much. Its fertility has also decreased. And mostly we are also focusing on changing the way we want to change it from the way we used to farm. We used to use chemicals that were so, what can we call it? Were so strong that they have a great effect, a negative effect, first on the soil, second on the tree, and that the human being. So we are trying to change that. We are trying to transit to organic farming and using chemicals which are less less damaging to the environment, to the human being, to the tree. Yeah. Any other question? Maybe a question.
So my name is Samuel Degwa Kabiro. A member of the management committee of Kiawamururu Factory, or what you call Kiawamururu Wet Mill. Kiawamururu is an area village name covering our neighbors around here. It means something bitter. Maybe in those historical days, there was something bitter about this particular area. That is why they called this region Kiawamururu. So we, as the management committee of this factory, we welcome you as the buyers of our coffee at any one particular time. We assure you of quality because of the current practices that we have installed here that has really improved the quality of our coffee. Our interest is farmer economic empowerment. That is what we are looking forward to. And since we started operating independently from the rest of the other factories, we have seen a lot of improvement. There is a lot of transparency. We always call for farmers meetings, especially when we are making major decisions about this particular factory. We inform them of any interested group of buyers who wish to take their coffee at what particular price probably we are the range we are expecting to get. Then we give them budgets, we give them the sales records, we give them the coffee exchange results on every auction, so they get the information. We normally brief them on the coffee exchange so that they know the current market prices, so that when we take our coffee to the auction, when it is due and ready, then at least we would have the expectations. So when the prices goes down, the farmer knows that the public, the demand and supply issues have brought down the coffee prices. When there is high demand of the coffee, the prices will shoot. And if we happen to take our coffee to that market at that time, then the farmers have hope of making some extra cash from that coffee. With the information that we present, we shall forge some powerful long-term relationships with international buyers, and we guarantee that they will get quality coffee over time because of the practices that we have put in place, like organic farming, proper drying methods from the information that we gather from other partners who have got that particular knowledge, and we bring that information here for purposes of improving the quality of that coffee. So we really do hope that in future you get information about us. Please feel free to give us your demands, and we really do hope that we are going to comply and to meet the expectations. So Kiawamururu is in Mokoloi in the West sub-county, Mokoloi in the West ward, Mokoloi in the sub-county, Nyeri County in Kenya, located 2,000 meters above sea level. We have very good loam soils for coffee farming, and we do relate that type of soil with the quality of the coffee that we do produce.
I'm Charles Kalega, the current chairman of Kiawamururu Wet Mill. Kiawamururu Wet Mill, or factory as they call it here, is where we do the pre-mix processing of coffee. We do the pulping, after which we dry the coffee and we take it for milling to outside millers who have dry mills. Kiawamururu, we have a total of 900 farmers, active farmers, who mostly does SL variety, SL 28 and 34. And since we came here, me and my entire board, we have tried to improve the relationship between the farmer and the management of the society. And we have built a lot of confidence in them and the trust, so that they can be able to to entrust them with the produce and the monies. We are also making some changes in the sector. After our whole season is over, we give presents to the farmers, those who did well in certain, maybe production per tree, quality-wise, volume-wise, which we also extend to our children, where we fund, we give some school fees like a bursary to needy children from our localities. And we are also encouraging our farmers to practice that of taking coffee. It has not been there since for some time now, but we introduced it here, where every meeting and every farmer's face our factory is able to drink a cup of black coffee, which they enjoy to their utmost. And we are also improving the quality of coffee by hiring an agronomist, as you saw her here, where she is able to train our farmers on new methods of farming, where we use minimal agrochemicals or toxic chemicals which are harmful to us and the environment and to the consumers of the coffee. We are encouraging a lot of organic farming by using organic products like foliar feeds, mulching in our farms, and organic manure. We are also making use of the pulp that we get from the coffee as manure, some others use it as mulching. So we are advocating for that, and also being transparent to the farmers. Whatever you do in this factory, we make sure the farmers also know and they give concept to it, so that they can be as we are. So that any information that we have, they also have it, and we go along with them very well. Yeah.
Naitwa Baptist Mugatha Nyamu. I'm the vice chair of the board of Kiawamururu Factory, and mine is very brief. I've been a farmer for quite a long time, for about 20 years in this factory. And what I can say, because I also have been working in this factory as a worker some years ago, what I know is that we have done a lot of improvement this time, because the coffee that we are farming today is very good, and I think it is very nice for those who drink coffee. Because in Kenya we don't drink coffee. We farm coffee and take it to the buyers or those who drink coffee, but we as farmers we don't drink. What I know is doing a lot and work with the farmers to farm their coffee and try and find the best grades. We have been telling them all what they need. We have been very much transparent to those farmers, and in fact they are happy with what we are doing. What I know is the forthcoming time will improve a lot, because we are giving them hope. We are giving them all they need, fertilizers, organic fertilizers. We are bringing them here because we have been very busy trying to fetch what they need. I think that is all.
I'm Freshia Gadanwa on behalf of Kiawamururu farmers. We are lucky to invite you to come and share a cup of coffee with us, because our visitors here made us happy. Thank you.